This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, if you guys been paying attention, you got these hedge funds allegedly paying their margin calls with gold. Okay? I don't believe this. I believe this is just another way for them to get around not meeting their margin requirements, and the DTCC knows it, and the banks knows it, but they want to put on a show. They want to put on a show that these guys are meeting their margin requirements. Okay? If I was the risk officer for these banks or the DTCC or any entity that was getting paid in gold by these hedge funds, these bad actors, I would go down to where the gold was stored and verify that every single gram was gold and it was the correct carat of gold. And I'm going to tell you guys why. First of all, if you are margin called, you are going to sell the gold and pay with cash or wire transfer. You're not going to be paying with gold. Paying with gold requires you to transport that gold. Gold is bulky. It costs money to transport, deliver gold bullion, okay? And it costs money to store it. And obviously the person that you owe is not going to want to be storing any gold. They want cash, okay? Nobody's going to be moving gold when they could sell it and pay with cash. Nobody's going to do that. I think what they're doing is using synthetic gold. The way they use synthetic shares to cover the fare to the livers, I believe they're using synthetic gold to make it appear that they're meeting their margin requirements with gold, when in reality, they're not doing anything. If I was the risk manager for any of these entities receiving this gold as payment, I would go down and personally verify that that gold was real and it was the carat that they said it was. One thing I've learned over the last 5 years is that these bad actors who rob and steal from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules, they are capable of doing anything. There is nothing they won't do to try to survive another day. And do I think they're capable of sending counterfeit synthetic gold to make it appear that they're meeting their margin requirements? Of course they would do that. There is nothing they won't do. Moving gold is just too expensive. It's inconvenient. It adds additional costs on your margin requirement. If you had gold that could meet your collateral requirements and you were paying with gold, you would sell the gold and then put the cash. Because the person receiving the gold, they now have to find storage for the gold and protect the gold. I mean, these are a whole lot of additional costs that's associated with the margin call. And if you're already having liquidity issues, are you really going to add additional costs to it, like transporting and storing gold and protecting gold? That doesn't make any sense to me. I believe if they are paying with gold, they're using synthetic gold the same way they use synthetic fare to the livers to rob and steal from retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that these bad actors are capable of using synthetic gold in order to make it appear that they're meeting their margin collateral requirements? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.